How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Thanks for being here. Can you hear me okay? I assume you can. You know, when you go weeks at a time without messing with this stuff, sometimes you wonder if it's still going to work. You turn it back on like an old car you don't drive very much. All right. Bart was number one. We got Juan, Mr. Fixers. How's it going? Some call it fun. John, Mod Fan. Yona's here. Hallelujah. Raspy. Thanks, man. Goodest morning. Goddess morning. How you doing? Thanks for being here, everybody. All right. Hey, let's just kind of jump right in, huh? You guys been doing good? Everything going great? Summer's cruising along. It's almost over. I'm kind of glad. I like summer. I like that the kids are home, but now the kids are back in school. I'm not a fan of the heat, and I'm a big fan of the fall. So I like when it starts cooling off and we start playing football again, and it gets to be LED season, which is always fun. I get to go out and see what still works or what doesn't work on the oh, Raspy, thanks. Raspy, was that you? I couldn't tell. Why is it so small? Anyways, thanks for resubscribing. That's what you did. All right, hey, so as you see in the title, and hopefully you guys, if you guys have been paying attention to the Home Assistant news a little bit, Home Assistant has a new piece of hardware. Yay! And they sent one to me a couple weeks ago, and so I've been playing with it a little bit, and I've been waiting for a stream. I've been waiting until they finished their announcement so that we could have it on the stream and talk about it. But so let's look at this. So this is called the ZWA2. This is Home Assistant Connect, and it's a Z-Wave antenna, and it looks like this. And it's actually quite big. I don't have mine's over there on the shelf, and I've got it plugged in. It has to plug in by USB to whatever computer you're using to host Home Assistant. But this is what it looks like. So it's big. And here's a comparison. These are other adapters. These are USB adapters with their little bitty antennas. And this thing is like, whom, and they said sometimes size does matter. Guess it does. Guess sometimes it does. Precisely tuned to Z-Wave's ideal wavelength, working in harmony to improve reliability and maximize range. I had Raspy prior to this. I have never. I love big fans, and I can't lie. I've never used Z-Wave before this, but Shelly has some Z-Wave, what they're calling long-range Z-Wave devices. And I could certainly think of a few uses for those. In fact, a couple of the ones that I have are already up at the Hoobit house. But the antenna that I have up at the Hoobit house wasn't working well enough. So I'm hoping with this, if I can get this working to my satisfaction here, then I'll take it up to the Hoobit house and be able to use it hopefully there so that we can have some Z-Wave devices kind of spread out across the property maybe, that are hundreds of feet apart. Should be fine. They talk about it being able to go like a kilometer or something. I mean, it's supposed to go a long ways. You already seen one video about it? Yeah, I figured a lot of the guys that do videos on a regular basis probably already have their stuff coming out. Oh, this is cool. Golly, look at this. How they blow it up. This is better than anything I could do. All right, so there's your chip, and there's your antenna. Includes the latest 800 series chipset. Supports all Z-Wave devices. And this is Z-Wave plus LR. So that's what the Shelly devices say, too. That's Z-Wave plus long range. Long range compatible. Newest iteration of the standard delivers more reliability, responsive connections to very far away devices. Run both Z-Wave and Z-Wave long range networks simultaneously with full control over which network each device joins. Oh, that's an interesting thing. I need to make sure that I do that correctly so that my devices are joining the right one. I didn't know there was a difference. That would probably explain a little bit why my other ones weren't working. So a little bit today. So as you guys know, you guys have all been here for a long time, right? You know that I don't always do these things because I know how to do them. I do them because I'm trying to figure them out. And you just get to watch. Designed by Team Grind Forward, Home Assistant, and Z-Wave JS. All right. Discover, configure your network, create a network or migrate your existing setup. Effortlessly control all your Z-Wave devices. You're all set. Plug and play. That's actually not bad. $70. Like, let's go just real quick. Let's go to Amazon and just look at Z-Wave. Oop, not A-Wave. Z-Wave. Z-Wave Hub. Okay, so I've got something like, oh look here, here's one I purchased in May. And this was part of what I was doing when I was trying to get the ones working up at the Hoobit house. So I bought this one in May, and it was $40. So $40 for this little one versus $70 for this massive one. At least it's not like crazy out of the realm of reasonable. You know, here's a Z-Wave for 60. Oh, that says oh yeah, Zigbee and Z-Wave. This Home Seer one for 40. So anyways, just wanted to look and see kind of what the, that's a Zigbee one. I get some of these confused. What the comparison is. But the comparison, I mean, clearly it's going to be a little more, but it's not terrible. It's not like it's multiples. Oh, hey Apollo, how's it going? I'm trying. We'll see. Great to see that I'm using it. We'll see if I'm hoping to be able to use it. We'll find out in a minute. Hey Johnny, how's it going? If I had money, I would definitely buy one, at least one. Hopefully you only need one. I mean, they didn't say too much about the expectations on the range here, but you should only need one of these for your whole house. I would really expect you wouldn't need much more than this. Okay, so let's see what it says. Z-Wave uses sub-gigahertz radio waves, better suited for getting through thick walls and across large households. Most optimized antenna. This is the most optimized antenna. Allows to hear even the faintest signal with clarity, making your network more responsive and stable. Hey, Home Ace. Let's see. While Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, and Thread are all vying for the same airspace, Z-Wave has its own much quieter spectrum. And the Z-Wave devices for a long time weren't very, I remember thinking that they were really expensive. It's been a while. But I'm excited because Shelly has Z-Wave. And, you know, I love them. All right, so from its injected molded case, sleek lines designed to blend into home decor. Oh, and this little guy right here on top, this is a light. So I'll show you in a minute. We'll go to Home Assistant and I'll show you. This is actually a light entity that you can manage in Home Assistant. Let's see if we can turn this guy off. Yeah, so you can manage the color of the light. Mine's blue right now, but you can change it based on other things. So, okay, in the box, got some questions. Why is it so big? It says yes, it runs the network simultaneously. If you're not familiar with Z-Wave long range, it's not a mesh standard and builds separate star-type network. More on the technology here. This dual mode operation allows you to have the best of both worlds. A strong mesh network based on older devices and the reach of long range for the new devices that support the latest standard. Whenever you connect a long range capable device to Home Assistant, the connection wizard will give you the choice between connecting it to your Z-Wave and Z-Wave long range networks. Okay. How much range should I expect? Whew. We were able to get 1.5 kilometers or 0.9 miles of range. Holy Moses. So Zigbee works better with the big antenna too, Johnny says. All right. How's it going? Happy Sunday, Dutch. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. Okay, well, will this work with the JSUI? Connect 2 can work with JSUI, but Home Assistant will not be able to migrate your existing network automatically. In Z-Wave JSUI, you must back up your existing adapter and restore it to connect to a. You'll also need to manually change the frequency or transmit power settings via the UI. Oh gosh. So we're gonna see if I, no, Robert, you didn't miss it. We're gonna see if I can get this right. Okay, we're gonna see if I can get this right, and I will spoil a little bit for you. I've tried, and I have had a heck of a time sometimes getting these devices to connect. But let's I need my little Z-Wave device QR code. So when you buy one of these, and my desk camera isn't working today, which is, it's only a $200 camera. Why should it just work, right? So this is one of the Z-Wave Plus LR devices from Shelly. This is a 1 PM. So this is a Shelly 1 PM Z-Wave, and it does have a little antenna here, which the regular ones don't have, but you can see there it's got a little antenna that comes off. So I have had struggles with these. Let's look at right now. I've got this Z-Wave thing connected. So let's see if we can go in here and go to the integrations. So I've already plugged this thing in and turned it on and everything. So hello, Home Assistant? What's happening? Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to go to integrations. There it goes. Okay, so we know that it already likes to connect to all of my. This is the Bluetooth. This is a bunch of the Shelly Bluetooth sensors that I've got. Looks like. These are about. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Z-Wave here real quick. Z-Wave right here, and you see we've got. I tried to connect a no passwords in the live stream. Remember that. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna show you my. This is my Zigbee or Z-Wave device QR code. So I'll be very careful to not do that. Robert, you get one next week. Nice. Didn't know I did live streams? Or no, you're talking about Apollo. Giveaway on our next. Okay, great. Do a giveaway on the next monthly live stream. Sweet. Yes, they do live streams. I thought you were saying you didn't know I did live streams. That's like all I do. Come on. Oh, the Z-Wave. To be installed in its intended location when adding to the Z-Wave network. Yeah. Well, we're going to have to change that I'm going to have to do it differently, and maybe it won't work so well. So this is the antenna. This is the ZWA2. Why is that got a switch? I don't understand why that's a switch. That's interesting. Here's the light, which right now, yep, I can watch it turn on and off. And there is a way to change the color. How did I get the color before? Update available. Oh, great. Okay, we better update it then. So, Robert, you're saying if I wanted to move this antenna up to the Hoobit house, I'd have some difficulty. I've been surprised at how hard it is to get these Z-Wave devices to connect. Of course, today they're probably going to connect no problem, perfect one time. Can't change the color. I changed my color. I swear I did. I changed the color of the light. Hey, Neo Soul Slacker, glad you're here. Okay, let's see. Now I'm on the latest version. I swear I changed the color, man. I swear I did. I swear I did. You sure? Anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. So anyways, it's here. Now what you can see is that I also had this P1 Mini that I tried to connect, and it gave me some information, but then I couldn't get rid of it. It wouldn't really connect. I couldn't turn it on and off through this for some reason. So I abandoned it and I tried to get rid of it. They said some colors were very dim, so they disabled the option. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I swear I changed the colors, and they were dim. It wasn't like it was super bright or anything, but it was, I think I made it red and green and stuff. So that's fine. If they disabled it, at least I know I'm not crazy. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go through the Home Assistant app, because to add these Z-Wave devices, you got to scan this QR code. And I'm not going to scan the QR code on the computer here, not because for any reason other than I don't think it would work very well. Okay, so I got I'm going to go to the Home Assistant integration, or to the Z-Wave integration here, settings, integrations, just like I am here. Scrolling on down to the Z-Wave. There's a lot of integrations here. There we go, Z-Wave. Okay, so I'm at this point here. All right, so now I'm going to just go add device. And then it gives me a scan QR code screen. There I am. So now I will scan the QR code. Okay. All right, and it recognized it as a wave 1 p.m. I'm going to say that it's in the, for now, it's just going to be in the office. And when you look at this, it does say, do you want it to be long range or do you want it to be mesh network? And I'm going to pick long range. Add device. Oh, it says now turn on the device. I hadn't done that yet. All right, so now the device is plugged in and it's got a red flashing light. Oh, and it's okay. This just popped up. This is better than it's ever worked before. I think my problem was before I turned it on, before I did that part, and maybe I shouldn't have. It says the device is currently being interviewed and may not be fully operational. Okay. But it gives me a switch and a bunch of information about electricity consumption, overheat detection. Let's see if I just can turn it on. Let's see. Oh, good. The message went away. The message went away that says it was being interviewed. So now, yeah, and now it turns on and turns off. Wow, that was pretty easy. That was not my experience previously. I bet you it was because I turned this on and then tried to go through the process. Obviously, the way that I just did it is the right way to do it. Don't do it the way I did it before. So wait to turn this on until you get this thing going. So now what I would love to do is I would love for somebody to take this device, let's unplug it, and let's like run it over to a neighbor's house and plug it in. I wonder if I could get somebody to do that for me. Think I could get one of my kids to do that for me? Let me see. Let's see. I'm going to text the family chat here and say, can someone come help Dad for a second? We'll see if we can get somebody who loves their dad to help him out. I want to run this across the street to somebody else. They mentioned you can scan them all and set everything all up. So you scan them all and then you turn them on. That's it. That's great. That's great. That's good news. It's easiest when it works. Yeah. Have you had it not work, Robert? You missed the family outros? We might be able to get one done today. We'll see if we can. There's hardly anybody left, man. There's hardly anybody left. We're down to like 2 little girls. Oh, hi.
You okay?
Yep, I just need some help. Mom wants to help me.
Are you online?
I'm streaming, yep.
For what?
For what? For this. So I have a request.
Okay.
Okay, I have Mrs. Z's. She doesn't want to be on the camera.
Hi.
Okay, so this is a long range device, and so I want to test how long range it is.
Okay.
So if I just take this, can you take this? Like, I'm gonna unplug it.
Okay.
Give it to you.
Okay.
You like run it over to Cecia's house and plug it in,
Oh.
and then I'll see if it works.
Okay.
Want to try that?
Okay.
You willing to do that?
Yep.
Remember when we used to have kids that were excited to help Dad?
I might have the kids help me too.
Yeah, okay. Have the kids do it. Just run it to somebody else's house. Take it somewhere,
Okay.
and I want to see if it works.
Sounds good.
Okay, there we go. There's the test. The test is on the way. I wonder then if I could reuse, maybe I could get this mini to work again. Uh, maybe I should try that. Live demo. Yep, that's how we doing it. Hi. I'll tell her you said hi.
Do I plug it in and then call you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We might be able to tell. What we'll do is we will keep this up. So right now it's like, oh, it doesn't say unavailable, which I'm surprised. It's clearly unavailable because it's not plugged in anymore. In the meantime, tell me about what you guys are doing. Last week, since the home Apollo guys are here, dudes, that matrix thing you guys make is amazing. So good, so well done. I love mine. It's now hanging up on the wall. So pretty, so great. I kind of gave up on trying to get it to work with multiples of the big panels that I have. I just couldn't get it to do anything except mirror the same image on multiples of them. But that's fine. It's no big deal. What you guys made there with just an ESP32 and stuff is pretty awesome. Which, by the way, since we're here, let's while we're waiting for that, let's go here and let's add it, because I did see it was showing up under like new devices and stuff, right? Where did that go? On my integrations page. It was at the top. Had trouble with the QR code method, but I've always suspected my controller was the problem. Can't wait for the ZWA. It may be your controller, may not be, because I was using it with this and I was having trouble. So it might be, might not be. But once you get it, working, like once you get it connected, how do you get rid of it? Like that 1 p.m. mini, I can't get rid of that 1 p.m. mini. All right, so let's add this Apollo M1. That's the matrix for those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about. Does anybody not know what I'm talking about? Because the Apollo guys, it's in the office. The Apollo guys made this amazing matrix, and we're going to visit it. So it's this awesome. This is what mine's doing right now. The preview is a little laggy, but it's not laggy at all on the actual device. This is their matrix, and so cool. It works so well. It's a 64 by 64, right, guys? P is a P2 or something. It's like the pixels are super close together. Still not sold on Z-Wave is more reliable than Zigbee. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I don't know if it is either, but it's my hope is that I can get it to do some long range. That's what I really hope and care most about, is getting it to do something long range. Come on now. I think this preview thing is lagging it, making it lag super bad. Switch it back to black hole. I want to switch to black hole. Come on, lagathon. There we go. Which one did I have it on? I can't remember now, but I liked the one I had it on. The long range stuff is cool, yeah. I'm hoping that it'll do something great for us. So we'll see. Okay, Mrs. Z says it is plugged in. Oh, I'm going to change this to something else. The matrix. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to go off of this for now. Mrs. Z says it's plugged in. So let's go back to our Z-Wave integration here. And there should be a Shelly 1 p.m. That's it too, but we're gonna just go through the Z-Wave integration and see if we can control it. Hello, fly. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now I'm gonna try and turn it on. Okay, did it click? I think it's working. Nope. See that? I'm turning it on and it's just kind of turning it back off again. It doesn't help that my mouse is like super laggy. Nope. So sad. Not sure. Been seeing a bunch of videos about Meshtastic. Feels like something about a lot of people who were here would be interested in. Oh, she's calling me now. Hey, I'm still trying to control it. So if it would, like, it might, if you hear it click, like, just keep listening to it because I'm trying to turn it on and turn it off, and I don't think it's working. Where are you at? You're at Ceci's house? You're at Mitzi's house. Okay. Yeah, I know. She doesn't. Yes, I understand. Well, so it's not clicking at all, huh? Well, okay, it's not working. Oh wait, it just clicked. It did work. Okay, it just took a minute for it to get reconnected, but now it's clicking. Now I can turn it off and it'll click. Okay, it's working. Yay. Yay. Okay. It's off. Okay, now you can unplug it and bring it home. Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye. All right. Mission accomplished, guys. Yay, let's do a thing. Let's do a celebration thing. All right. Did you did a video about LR versus LoRa? Line of sight is very much a factor with LR. Is that right? Well, it might be that it's certainly not line of sight. You mean LoRa or versus long range Z-Wave? So this is in my house here. The house where she took it is not a mile away, but it's probably 600, 700 feet away. It's about, let's see, one, two, and then a street, and then one, two, three more houses. So it's kind of, it's not close. It's a bit of ways, not a mile, but it's out there. It just took a minute, or took us several minutes for it to come on, but you could see when it did come on, right? You could see the activations things here. So this is when I was turning it on and off and then had her run it over there. And then this was when it just barely started to work again. So that was cool. So that's promising. Doesn't really recommend it for that price. Doesn't recommend the LR thing. Okay. I have not tried LoRa. And maybe I don't know about the devices that are available for LoRa, or what kind of antenna you need and such. It certainly had been appealing, but since Z-Wave can be both, this seems like a decent option for me. So that's exciting. How does the transmission of the device affect humans physically, if at all? I have no idea. I don't know. Does anybody know that? I can't imagine that we know that. I've been watching Better Call Saul. Have you guys seen Better Call Saul? Where his brother has like the allergy to electricity. Yeah. Okay, well this is exciting because what this tells me is I can take this up to the Hoobit house and I can try it again. So that's great news. That's actually great news. So I was concerned that it wasn't going to work very well. And so I was kind of bothered. If the Z2A works as expected, I absolutely think the purchase price is working. Hey, it's up to everybody. I mean, I can tell you, I tried. When we were on Amazon, you can look at which stuff I ordered, because I did. You saw that one. I actually bought two different. Oops, nope, not light switch. Two different dongles. I bought two different Z-Wave dongles. We'll see if it's... Here's both of them. Purchased May 2025, purchased May 2025. So I tried this Home Seer one, and I tried this other one. And neither one of them could I get to work long range. And not even long range. I had a hard time just even getting them to work, like right here. I'm sure they do work, right? Like, because 400 people, 4.5 stars or whatever. So I'm sure they do work. So it was probably something I was doing wrong with the setup. Um, but to me, $40 versus 70. I guess it's a lot for some. That's fine. But for me, if it works, it's worth it. Z-Wave isn't anywhere near a 5G device. It runs on the 900 megahertz band. There's lots of research on those bands. Okay, good. What does it say? What does the research say on those bands? Is it good, bad? I don't use Z-Wave. It has one he recommends over the ZWA2. Okay, which one is it? Is it one of these or is it some other one? Well, that one's the Sonoff one. Zigbee dongle. I remember having one of these. I thought I had one of these combis a long time ago too. Oh yeah, purchased. Look at that. Purchased July 2019. I have no idea where this thing is. No idea. Decons, Foscon. I remember playing with this many years ago. Purchased July 2019. 800 series long range GPIO module. Oh look, this one's like a total development board looking thing. There's the antenna. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I had not used Z-Wave before, but I will now. So then the question is, like this one, I've been trying to remove this one for a long time, and it doesn't really want to remove. I wonder if I need to just plug it back in and play with it again. So tell me about, Robert, so does 5G detrimental to humans? Just got the AOTech Zigbee Z-Wave dongle. How do you like it, Neo Soul? And then are you trying to go long range or not? Because there's probably a difference, right? My goal is long range. I need long range. So that's gonna be my my tell. Let's look at the Hoobit house. You want to look at the Hoobit house? We'll look at the. I don't know why I think this computer is just having a hard time. Okay, we're going to Hoobit. This is an old computer, by the way. This computer is older than my YouTube channel. That's bad. That's bad. I guess I should upgrade. What was the other thing I was going to say? Can't remember now. AOTech Zigbee. Okay, here we go. Here's the Hoobit house. And there is, like, I have a Zigbee or a Z-Wave dongle up there, so I just need to undo it. 5G is frowned upon in some circles because little to no research has been done to test its effect on humans. Okay. Zoo's Z-Wave dongle is about $40. So winning. So far, so good. Don't have many devices. Pretty new to Home Assistant. Still trying to figure things out. Oh, dang it. This is probably not a factor of Home Assistant. That's probably a factor of the two things have been happening up there. Dang it. Yep, not connected right now. So two things have been happening up there at the Hoobit house. One is the internet has become less reliable. And I don't know. I'm sure that some of that is Starlink, and maybe not just Starlink itself, but also the fact that we've had birds pooping on our antenna. So we're going to have to do something about that. Try and discourage the birds. Maybe teach them some manners. Potty train some birds up there. But the other thing is that the router that I use up there is one of those Dream routers, the unified Dream routers. And some of you may remember that I have gone through a few of those unified Dream routers because they die. And I'm pretty sure that what's happening up there, here we go, now it's on, now it's working. But I'm pretty sure that what's happening up there is that the Unify Dream router is dying. So thankfully I got one as a replacement, so I will be able to replace it with another one because it's free. But after that, if it, the next time it dies, I'm gonna have to just. All right, so I don't want to mess with too much stuff because we do have people up there today, so it can't be doing too much turning stuff on and off. But let's look at what I've got for the Z-Wave. Yeah, so I've got this Z-Wave. So I've got this USB controller up there, and then I tried adding one Wave Mini, but see, it's like currently being interviewed, may not be fully operational. Like it never stopped. It never changed being operational to being operational. So I'm going to try and change. What I'll do is try and actually I think what I need to do is just remove this whole thing. So let's see if we can just get rid of this device completely. How do I don't want to disable it. I want to delete it. Can I tell it to just forget it? Like, forget that you ever saw this device info. Let's just try deleting it. Remove a Z-Wave device. When it is unable to connect to network, Home Assistant can force remove a device for you. After removing it, you might need to factory reset your device. Okay, that's fine. I can factory reset it. Okay, great. Okay. So I think then I'm going to also get rid of this controller. Crazy to see how many people are having trouble with the Dream Router. My Dream Machine Pro has been great for years. If it has a problem, it's always because of the software. Do I have experience with a Shelly while home power monitoring devices? Oh, I don't, but I'm going to. Do you want to talk about that for a minute? We can talk about that for a minute. So, some of the trouble that I'm having up at the Hoobit house has to do with not having enough power for all of my stuff. So if you look at this, we've got a water heater, which can draw a ton of power. Like if I look at this water heater, you can see, look, sometimes the water heater is drawing over 4,000 watts. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be a hybrid water heater. It's not functioning appropriately. So instead of doing the heat pump stuff, it goes right to heating element mode and throws a massive wrench into things. So this thing can sometimes go 4,500 watts, okay? Just the water heater. I have two inverters up there. Each is good for about 4,400 watts continuously. So that's about a little more than 9,000 watts total that I can have available. And occasionally, just out of the blue, the water heater will pop up to 4,000 watts, and that's no good. Then there's the hot tub, and if you look at the hot tub use, same thing. Looks like last night at this was yesterday afternoon. No, this was today. So today, maybe it just turned up to heat because I have it heat during the day. So the hot tub can also use 4,000 watts. Well, you can already see that if the hot tub and the water heater are turned on at the same time, there's no power left for anything else. No. And what happens is the inverters have a automatic shutdown. And so they're saying, hey, I'm putting out too much power. I can't do this for very long. And poof, they shut down. Typically they turn back on after a few minutes. Sometimes I have to ask the people who are paying to stay there to go up and turn it back on, which is not nice. They don't like that very much. So see, I had the hot tub. I have it set to turn way up in the daytime when it's warm or when the sun's out, right? I got lots of sun. I got making lots of solar power. So I have the hot tub turn on. And then I've got the geothermal, which this is a typical geothermal. So it also spikes up at 1700. So you can imagine, and then the microwave, is 1500. And then just the standard house just running with things like the refrigerator, lights, TV, whatever, can be in the 700 range. So sometimes I've had all those things pop on at the same time, and it's more than my inverters can put out. And so it's bad. It's really bad. Fortunately, sort of, I had a situation earlier this year where I thought one of my inverters was bad. I thought it died. So I got another one. I bought one, second, which would have been my third. And I bought it to replace the one that I thought was bad. So then I put the new one in and turned it on and had the same problem. So what I found was that the inverter was not the problem. It was just the controller and I hadn't powered things up in the right order. And if you power one of them up and then power the other one up, it might not ever check again to see if there's a new one connected. So you have to have both of them power them both up at the same time. So now I've got an extra inverter. So now I've got an extra 4,400 watts of power that I could use if I had everything else connected, everything else to connect it. So what I've been working on, and this is just a Shelly box that they gave me, but what I've been working on here is going to be another connection for the other inverter, this new inverter. So what I need is a DC in breaker, which I've got here. So I've got a DC breaker that is 12 to 110 volts, and it's 125 amps, I think. Yeah, 125 amps. So that will be that'll be the DC in to the inverter. And then I've got an AC in breaker, it's a 2-pole breaker because it's a 2-pole AC in and 2-pole AC out. So I've got 2 of those breakers. And then what I've got here in the middle is the Shelly power monitor. And I've got room for another one, and I've got another one. So I think I'll probably put another one in there. And what I'm going to do is use the Shelly power monitors to monitor the AC in and out of the inverter and see what's happening there. Just gives me an opportunity to use some of these Shelly power monitoring devices that they gave me to play around with. So I need to do it anyways. I need to have this thing running, this extra inverter. And so I'm going to take the opportunity to try out some of the Shelly power monitor stuff, and we'll see how it goes. They make them like this, right? They make them so that they fit on the DIN rail, which is not typically how the power boxes in the U.S. Are. At least none of the houses I've owned have had the right kind of thing in it. I don't think an expert will help resuscitate a dead device. Uh-oh. If you're looking for someone who's an expert, I believe this person is the solution. Oh, Crosstalk. Yeah, I've talked to him. I haven't talked to him, but I've seen his channel and I've watched some of his stuff. Put this with that. I need that thing back when Janice brings it back. So yeah, I've seen his channel. I went through the return process for the bad Dream router, and they gave me a new one, and that's why I have a second one to be able to take up there, because the one that they replaced was the one for the house here. And instead of buying another Dream router, while I was waiting, because it took a long time for that whole process for me to put in the request for a replacement, to send it in, for them to identify whatever and decide to send me a new one, it was a long time. It was like a month or two. That was my question. Will it work in a USA house box? I think you have to put it in a different box. You're going to have to put it in a different box. And then you just have you'll have these. These will go in your panel, and then they will just go out to whatever box you have it in. So it's just a DIN rail. And I think, if I recall, I have one right here. So this is the Shelly power monitor thing. And I'm pretty sure, let me see, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it came with a small DIN rail as well, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe that was the breakers that I bought. Yeah, I was wrong. So it doesn't come with a DIN rail. So you just need a box that has a DIN rail, and that you can put it on. This is all it is. And it does do Wi-Fi, but it also has an Ethernet. So I'm going to connect it to Ethernet, since that's just that much more dependable. I think I'll try it, connecting it to Ethernet. But they give you a nice diagram here that shows you how to connect it up. And these pins up here, this part up here at the top, that's where you connect the CT, the CT clamps on there. So Anywho, it should work. It should work. They have single phase, 2-channel, and then they do have a 3-phase one as well. But we don't have 3-phase residential in the U.S. That would be cool for a giveaway. This gives the whole house readout. Well, it depends on, I mean, these I think are 50 amp. Yeah, so this is only 50 amp. So I don't know if there's a house that you're going to have. I mean, you might if you have an apartment or something. Maybe you could put that on for your whole house. But I think generally a house service size is bigger than 50 amps. So it's going to be 100 or 200. Those are something that we use in India. It's all DIN rail with 3-phase current. Yeah. And I don't know if maybe industrially they use the DIN rail stuff, but yeah, I'm not an electrician. Are you sure you can do this? I can do so much stuff, Yona, that I'm not supposed to. It's great. I've never asked myself, should I do this? It's just, can I? And then I do. So here's the power use in the house. It's just 700 when the geothermal is back down to nothing. Oh, this was another one that is a big one. This is the well pump. Let's see, let's go back another day. So sometimes the well filling pump, which hadn't previously been, come on, man, give me some. There we go. There we go. Hadn't previously been automatic. So it used to be that I had to go up there and manually turn on the pump to fill the well. And then we got somebody to come out and he monkeyed with it and he managed to get it working so that it's automatic, so that it'll fill up automatically. Well, the problem with it filling up automatically, as you can see here, is that when it turns on, it takes 3,000 watts. So now I've got this thing that comes on. I've got the water heater that comes on. I've got the hot tub heat that can come on and the geothermal. Right now it's cooling, but in this winter it'll be heating. So you can see that I'm way past my 9,000 watt capabilities. So, and it's way too expensive still. I mean, it's over $100,000 to get power, to get grid power up there. So yeah, I watched a YouTube video. I can do anything now. Once you watch a YouTube video, you're good. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to take off this other thing here. And then we can get right to the giveaways of the Shelly stuff, because that's what we do. I mean, I don't know. I could probably give away one of these Shelly power monitor things. I don't know that I'm going to use one. I can't send it to India or anything, though. I can't send it like far away. I had somebody, unfortunately, last time that won some of the Shelly stuff, but they were in Estonia or someplace far, and it was going to cost too much to send it. So I just can't do that. So we're going to do giveaways, but it's got to be in the U.S. if you want me to ship it to you, which is kind of sad. I'm sorry to have to do that, but it's just too crazy to try and send stuff international. The body is all electrical, man. That's right. It's right. It is true. It's all electrical. It's all about magnetism. All right. Let's see. These things don't have a lazy run mode. What do you mean lazy run? Like they don't take a lot of power somehow? I don't think so. So, anywho. Oh, I was going to go here. I was going to go to the Z-Wave, and I was going to delete this whole thing. So let's go here. Sorry, Sitendra. I would love to be able to help you out there, but I have no idea what it would cost me to send something to India. Okay, we're going to do this one. I wonder. See, I don't want to disable it. And I don't want to. Maybe what I need to do. How did I do that on the other one? What company are your water heaters? The water heater is a Ream, and it worked great for a couple years, and now it's not working great anymore. And we're also getting it replaced this week, and the Ream people have said that they will warranty it because it's got a 10-year warranty in the heat pump part of it stopped. I'm wondering. I have a theory, and my theory is it was working great for a couple years. And what I always noticed was when I walked into the mechanical room where that thing lives, it was cold. It was really cold in that room. And the reason that it was so cold was because this thing is a heat pump, right? That's how it's the hybrid water heater. So it was using a heat pump to heat the hot water, which was great, and it worked, and it only took a few hundred watts instead of 5,000 watts. It didn't heat it as fast, so it might take, several hours to heat this big 80-gallon water tank to get it full of hot water with the heat pump versus with the heating element. And there wasn't like the air in that little room didn't really circulate out very much. So I think what happened was as the room got colder because it was putting out so much cold air, it was having a harder time creating the difference that it needs to be able to pull some heat out of the air and put it into the water. So that's my theory, that it was just working really hard and working constantly to try and pull some heat out of the air, which was getting continually colder and colder. So I think that what I'm going to do this time, what I wanted to do before, just because I wanted to take advantage of this cold air. Because if you look back here at, oh no, that's this house. If you look back here, you can see that it does get really warm in the house. So the main floor temperature, even though it's cooling, this is the heat, this is the floor that's cooling, it's still 74 degrees in there. And the master bedroom is also 74, but right now it's 74 down here. It gets up to like 78 degrees which is really too warm for a bedroom to me. So what I wanted to do was take advantage of some of this cold air that the water heater is creating, because it's basically a little air conditioner, and pump it and just channel it up into the house where it'll do some good, where it can help cool the house down. I never got around to doing that. Never really found an easy way to poke a hole or route some air to go from there up to the upstairs. But if I could, then I think that may make it so that room can stay a little warmer, and the heat pump maybe can function a little better. But we'll see. Yeah, minimum temperature in room needs to have volume and circulation. Yeah, and I think that's what I messed up. I think you're right, Home Ace. I think that's what I messed up. An accomplished electrician and a carpenter. Delete is under the hamburger menu at the top. Thank you, Johnny. Let's get there and delete that. We'll delete that one, and then I'll put the new one in when I get back up there. Isn't that the hamburger menu? Well, what I can do is I can just delete the whole integration, because that's something that I probably should do. Waiting for an all-in-one heat pump invention. It should do cooling, heating, water heating, pool heating, fridge, and freezer. You know what I would recommend? Oh gosh, that would be tricky, because now here's the trick. Like how are you gonna? I guess that would work. The trick is how do you heat something at the same time as you're cooling something else with one system? So the issue we have right now is we have this geothermal heat pump, right? This geothermal heat pump is really good and is really efficient. It really is. This is the ground source heat pump. It's really good, really efficient. But it can either heat something or it can cool something. It can't do both at the same time. At least it's not set up to do that. I suppose if you did that, you would have to be heating the hot water while you're cooling the fridge. Cooling the fridge and heating the hot water. I guess you could maybe do that. I guess that would work. Infinite energy glitch. Somewhere there would have to be some. Okay, it says Z-Wave JS. Okay. Oh, and it's got to run off solar. Home Ace, is that all you need? No problem. That sounds a piece of cake. All right, thank you. Johnny's trying to help me here get rid of this this device. So let's go in here again. He says this one. Just delete. Oh wait, cancel right here. No, see that's disable. Oh, let's just delete it. Devices and entities. Yep, permanently deleted. Boom. The heat pump can have the cold air distributed at the same time as the hot air. I guess it could. It's just moving the heat, right? So you have to just always have some place, which makes sense. Home Ace, it's not a crazy idea. It's not a crazy idea. It should work, right? Because basically that's what I'm talking about doing with this water heater. So I've got the water heater, and the water heater is an air source heat pump. So it is taking the heat out of the air, putting it in the water, and it blows out cold air, which becomes an air conditioner, right? Or you could, if it was enough, you could get it to work as to cool your refrigerator. All you need is investors. What if you got a second heat pump, therefore adding redundancy and the ability to provide hot and cold water at the same time? I think it sounds like a great idea. All right, I now looks like Z-Wave is gone. Good. Okay, great. And the other part, there's also an add-on. And when I did this the first time, I think I did it wrong. And that I didn't. There was a way to do it in the instructions for this thing. Let's go back to it. Why is run exit? Where's my add-ons list? We'll just give it a second. Sorry about your retinas. All right. In the meantime, let's get working on the giveaways. All right. So today, between Home Ace and Robert, you guys are gonna solve it. Sorry about that, Mr. Hank. I know. Oh, it's so bad. Why is it not pulling up my add-ons? That's weird. Maybe I need to reboot Home Assistant Core. Maybe I need to update this. I don't know why that's not coming up. This is back to home here. Yeah, see how fast that came up? So see, there's a Z-Wave JS add-on and a Z-Wave JS integration. And so I can't remember which order you do them in, but I think you do the add-on and have it install the integration, I think is the way you do it. But I can't remember. There's instructions with the box. Let's see if I still got it. So when you get the Home Assistant, the Z-Wave antenna comes in this box and comes with these instructions. Where should you put it? In a central location away from materials or devices that may block radio transmission. So don't put it by a body of water, or by thick walls, or by transmitters, or by wire mesh. Okay. So if you haven't, and maybe this is the other thing that I did wrong. This is probably the other thing I did wrong was instead of because I already had a Z-Wave dongle, I didn't do what I just did where I delete the integration and all that. I just took the old dongle out and plugged the new one in. That didn't do the thing that it should have done. So what I needed to do was just make sure I didn't have Z-Wave installed, and then just plug it in, and then it'll recognize it and walk you through the setup, which is probably what the Z-Wave JS UI. Maybe that's what I looked at. I don't know that I have the Z-Wave JS UI, unless it just automatically happens when I put stuff in it. I don't know. Took me a while to figure it out, but it's cool. Add-on first, then the integration. Okay. Now, this Z-Wave JS UI, is that a different integration? It's not, right? It's just saying that it has a user interface, right? Right? Huh? Okay. It does not look like my add-ons are loading in the Hoobit house, which is very strange. I guess we can. Should we upgrade it while people are in the house? I really don't want to do that. People, they're leaving tomorrow. I'll update it when nobody's there, just in case something breaks. It's probably not gonna. Yeah, you have to install the old Z-Wave, the add-on replacing the regular Z-Wave JS. So, if you plug this thing in, at least I think, if you don't have any Z-Wave stuff installed and you just plug in the Home Assistant one, it'll prompt you to do the things you need to do. You don't have to manually install anything. It'll just prompt you. Click this, and it'll be installed, right? And yeah, you got to install the old one, which I did not do. So this is great. See, so that's how you learn. You watch me mess up, right? I didn't uninstall the old one. I just unplugged it, plugged it back in, and yeah, ran into all kinds of problems. Once I uninstalled it, then plugged it in, went through the process. It was very easy. You saw how quickly that 1 p.m. popped up. That was really awesome. Not really different, just has a GUI. Can't use them both simultaneously, obviously. Okay. I don't know which one I used. It's better of the two add-ons. It has, is that not the one I have then? Oh, well, we don't know what I have here. This is the one that I have here at home. And it's just Z-Wave JS. It's not the UI, huh? I'm just going to look at the add-on store and see where Z-Wave. Aha, it's this one. Okay. So I don't have the right one. I envision your guest sitting in a hot tub that suddenly dropped to 96. The nice part is, so I had people call one time and say, "What's going on? Why, the hot tub says it's cooling." It doesn't actually cool. It doesn't cool. It just stops heating, and it just lets itself drop. Which, in the case of the one up there, it means really nothing, because that's so weird. It means nothing because with the lid on it, it doesn't really cool off very fast. I give up. It looked like it maybe finally came up, but it was the wrong page. Anyways. Yeah, so it's going to stay at 106 for a long time, unless they open up the lid and get in it, and then it'll cool off. Yeah, I'm not using the UI one. Cooling off versus actively cooling. It says, yeah, it says when they look at the display, it says actively cooling, but it doesn't actively cool anything. Like you can see, it's not using really any power. This is just the filter. The 200 is just the filter. So trying to use my Z-Wave UI for MQTT. Oh boy. Well, maybe I'll try once. So I'm going to move the big antenna up to the Hoobit house so that I can try and have some of these long-range devices, right? And when I do that, I still have the old one here, the Z-Wave one here, so I could uninstall the regular Z-Wave JS and try the UI one here at the house. So we can do that. I keep saying let's do the giveaways, and then I keep forgetting. All right, so we're going to do this now. We're going to get ready to start wrapping up for the day. I really wanted to show everybody the Z-Wave thing. So mission accomplished there. So to give everybody a reminder, rundown, etc. I said a what? of what we do for this giveaway. So the Shelly folks have been super generous with me, and they've given me a bunch of stuff to give away. So I've been giving stuff away, and I've been doing, sometimes I was doing 2 and sometimes I was doing 5. I think today we're going to do 4. Okay, so we'll give away 4 things today, which it gives you a 1, it looks based on how many people are watching, like a 1 in 8 chance. So here's how this goes. First of all, it's going to run through Discord. So if you're not connected to Discord, please get connected to Discord. Let's see, I don't know if we have anybody here that generally does does that do it? Yep, there it is. Okay. So if you go to that link that's now in the chat, discord.me/DrZs, and join our Discord server. Then you go to the live stream channel, which I will show you here. I believe this is it. Yes, this is it. So this is the live stream channel. So this is where the contest will happen. The giveaway contest part will happen here. Once I start it, you'll have to go in here to this channel, which says right here, live stream. Okay, it's this live stream channel here. Go in there, and there will be a little icon next to the contest that you have to click. It's the one that looks like a little party trumpet, that's blowing out confetti or whatever. That's where you go. That's what you click, and that's how you enter. And then it enters your name, and then it all goes through Discord. If you're out of the U.S., it's really hard for me to ship it to you. You could pay for the shipping if you want to. It's going to be at least $15. It might be as much as $30. So I don't know if it's worth it for you to do that stuff. But it's up to you. If you want to try and do that, we can try and do that. But generally, I think if you're in the U.S., it's a piece of cake, no problem. I just send it to you. Okay. So here's what you have to pick from. So if you win, you have 4 choices of swag. You can get a hat, which looks like this. You maybe even get lucky and get the one that I've worn. Not that that's a prize necessarily, but you get a Shelly hat or a bag. They have these Shelly bags. Kind of grocery bag looking things. They're canvas and all. They're nice. I remembered there was something else last time. I still have 2 more of these mugs. The mugs are kind of cool. I only have 2 left, I think, of the mugs. So the mugs are like this. It's like a nice metal coffee mug thing. It says Shelly on it. Then there's also, and I guess I'll do it. Maybe I should do it this way, because I realized once I dug to the bottom of this box that there's actually more stuff in here than I remembered. This is an NFC keychain. So if you can use this with your phone, or with if you have one of those NFC tag reading devices, you can use that. But I also had, and I forgot about, some screwdrivers. Let's see. Let me find them. Forgot about these. I forgot about these last time, or the last couple times. So this is a screwdriver, and it's supposed to be a tester as well. So it's one of those, it's got like a little light in there. And so I think you can stick this on something, or stick it in your socket and see if it lights up, see if it's functional. It doesn't change. It's just a flat head. It doesn't have a Phillips switchable end on it. And I think it's magnetic on the end, is it? No, maybe not. Looks like it has a little magnet there, but maybe that's not a magnet. So anyways, screwdriver or NFC keychain, mug or hat or bag. So pick one of those. And then, so that's the swag part. And then the device part, you have 4 to pick from for devices. You have the Shelly One, a Shelly One Mini. The Shelly Ones have dry contacts, so you can use them for lots of different voltages or for lots of different kinds of control. they have an 8 amp relay. The Shelly 1 has an 16 amp relay. The Shelly 1 Mini has an 8 amp relay. Okay, and those have dry contacts. The other options are a Shelly 1 PM. The PM stands for power monitoring. So the Shelly 1 PM is the 16 amp relay with power monitoring. And then the Shelly 1 PM Mini is the 8 amp relay with power monitoring. Okay? And it's smaller. All right. So those are your options. So I'm going to put in the contest. I'm going to start the contest. We'll pick 4 winners. So hopefully everybody get signed up for Discord now. I've given you a few minutes, so get signed up for Discord. Get in there. It'll pick 4 winners, and when you win, you're gonna give me your choice of swag and your choice of device. Okay, and then I'm gonna need, of course, your shipping address as well. All right. Okay. Questions, concerns, chistes, chismes. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna sign it up. Here we go. Create, and then it's gonna tell me what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it 5 minutes, which is a long time, but we'll just talk in the meantime. Okay, but I want to give everybody a chance to get signed in. Okay, so 4 winners. The prizes are just the Shelly stuff, and then description down here will say. Choose one hat. I should type this out and not have to do this every time, right? Bag, mug, NFC. Maybe we should group NFC plus screwdriver. Let's put those together. Okay. And then choose one. Shelly 1. Oops, too many Y's. Shelly 1. 1 Mini. 1 PM. 1 PM Mini. Okay. And then need your shipping address. You don't have to, I'll leave that off. You don't have to put that in yet. Okay, we ready? Good luck, everybody. Here it goes. Submit. Boop. All right, so to enter, you click this little blue guy here, that little thing there. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. All right. Okay, everybody. Well, thanks. We had a good day today. I was happy that we got the this Home Assistant antenna thing working. Not sure when I'll stream again, but when I do, it'll probably be LED time. And I think what I will be working on is probably a matrix, probably the big matrix with like X lights and that stuff. I have, I'm so bad. It's just the priorities, right? Your priorities change and things change, and a lot of this stuff that I have loved doing with YouTube and with the lights and Home Assistant stuff just has taken a distant back seat. Like they're in like the trunk compared to the other stuff that I have filling the car. Interaction failed. What interaction failed? So Robert, did you clicked on it? It didn't work. You're in Discord. So what I was saying about the back seat, I have the new Sphere rebuild video, like 80% done. It's like almost done. And what I need is just a little more footage of the Sphere running some newer stuff. And I just haven't gotten around to do it. So what I want to do is get all that set up. Well, maybe what we'll do is the next stream, we'll get some of that set up so that I can run it on the Sphere, and then I'll film it. Hi. Oh, is this my lunch? Oh, thank you mucho. Oh, did you go to McBride's and get some bread?
They just gave you a piece.
Oh, thanks. Works for me, works for me. I had to click on the icon about 5 times before it took my vote. Oh, okay. But it finally did take your vote. Forgive me for eating in your presence, everybody, but here I'm going to eat some bread. Mmm. Delicious. I'm going to plug my P1 Mini back in. Not Mini, sorry. So yeah, what we'll do when we the next stream is we'll work on the sphere, like things, putting some new animations on the sphere, but then we'll also work on getting a matrix, a bigger matrix hooked up. What I want to do for actual showtime in the backyard this year, I've got all these P10 panels. P5? I think they're P5. Got a whole bunch of them. And I've got a window here. The trouble with these often is that they've got to be outside. And they're not made to be outside. But if I can make them so that they go in my window, and then I just, make it so that I can lift it up and put it in the window, take it down, put it in the window and take it down, that might work pretty well. So, all right. How we doing? How much time we have left? Usually has a countdown. What's it say? I don't know why it doesn't have a countdown. Oh, ends in a minute. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, everybody. Get in. One minute. Hurry, hurry. I'm going to grab another drink. All right. Cross your fingers, everybody. All right. Has it ended? Did it end? Not yet, I don't think. 23 seconds. It's counting down. 16 entries, 4 winners. You got a 25% chance of winning. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Two seconds ago. All right, it means it's finished. Here we go. Oh, I have to do this so it'll show us the names. All right. Neo Soul Slacker, you win. And Ben. And Rye Rob and Mr. Fixers. Woohoo! All right, congratulations, everybody. Yay! And Neo Soul Slacker, good luck with your Z-Wave. Good luck with your Z-Wave today. Congratulations to all the winners. So since you're already in Discord, you can just click on my message here that I just put, right? My hi. Click on me. And then you can send me a message. And in your message, tell me which one you want. Tell me what, PM me so that I don't have to go back searching through this stuff. Send me a personal message. The keychain doesn't have NFC in it. It just says it on it. What? Is that right? Ken, are you sure? Are you sure? That would be crazy. But I guess I haven't tested it. I just assumed. Huh. So, Mr. Fixers, the way you DM me is when I scroll up in the chat there and see where I put a little message. You click on me, and then, oh, well, it might not work so much. So if I was going to send Yona a message, so see right there, you just click on that, and then down here, right here, you just type in your message. Dr. Internet, how's it going? Hey, John. Okay, see you, Raspy. Thanks for being here, man. Have to go be an adult and hang with the kids. There we go. So click on me. And when you click on me, it'll give you this box right here for a message. So just send that, send me a message right there and tell me what things you want, okay? All right. That was a successful stream. We actually did the thing we set out to do. We didn't wreck anything. We didn't break anything. Sorry this time. Maybe next time. I haven't sent you a message in a really long time. Yeah, it looks like it, huh? There you go. All right, everybody. Anything else? Last couple of minutes, and then we'll go. I'm concerned about this. Yeah, it does have an NFC chip. Okay, I thought so. I was really surprised. Maybe, so who was it that said it didn't? Because maybe they just aren't doing something right. Maybe your reader's not picking it up or something. I've not tried it myself, but I really would believe it does. It does have one. Okay. All right, looks like I got some personal messages coming in, so that means everybody's got their stuff. So that's what I was hoping for. So thanks very much. So give me your choice of swag, your choice of device, and your address, okay? And hey, thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. I know it's few and far between these days, but I appreciate that you guys still tune in and that we still have fun things to talk about and fun things to do. So something must be up, or they're using an iPhone. Really nice stream. Thanks, everyone, for making it my Sunday a fun day. Good luck, Neo Soul. Appreciate you being here. All right, everybody. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. Do, 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 do. Where's the button? There it is.